So I was watching this Facebook short, and this man was asking the sister some questions about marriage. One of the questions were, who gets bored first or who's more bored in a marriage, a man or a woman? She said, a woman. Okay, so the dude asked her, why do women get married if they're bored in the marriage? And then she says, for status. Then he asks her if women are happier being strong and independent, why is it that it's the other women who try to encourage women to get married? And she said, they're liars. You know what? For years, I have been hearing very, very negative things about marriage as a union. I have heard people say that they've never seen a happy couple, a happy marriage. They've never seen it. Out of all the people, married people that they know, they haven't seen not one happy marriage. One dude that said this to me, he was gay, so that shouldn't mean nothing, because I'm pretty sure he still knows a lot of people, hetero sexual people who are married. So I'm just saying, I just put that out there. All right. So after hearing that a lot in the past, you know what I started thinking? What the hell constitutes happiness in a marriage? What the hell does a happy marriage look like? Because I'm at this late stage in my life, I am of the belief, through observation, because I've been around married people, single people and stuff like that, that you should be happy already as an individual before you come into a union with another person. That person is not responsible for your happiness. Okay, they should enhance it. You shouldn't be with somebody that makes you miserable, but they're not responsible for your happiness. You need to bring that into the union, or don't get into a union so you can mess somebody else's life up, end up getting divorced, have the kids traumatized through your relationship, your toxic relationship with this person, and traumatized after the divorce, because divorce traumatizes children. Okay, so marriage ain't about happiness. It's not about, and I don't care if I ain't never been married, but common sense tells me marriage is not about you being happy. It's not about some man on a horse coming to save you and so you can live the rest of your life in some type of fantasy land and euphoria. That's not what marriage is about. Marriage is not about I'm not a man, so I don't know exactly what it is that they're looking at. It sure ain't about a woman's beauty. If you married a woman because she fine, and why you surprised when the marriage doesn't work out? That's all you married her for. She got a big booty, she fine as hell. What about her character? What about her temperament? What about the fact that she understands, at least to a very healthy extent, what a wife is and who a man is, and understands his nature and a woman's nature and her place as, I don't want to get into somebody's place, but we do have roles. We do have roles. Men and women are different. Sometimes their expectations are different. So there's got to be a lot of communication, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of unselfish behavior. You just can't be selfish, and you have to understand that a man is different than a woman, and vice versa. You're different. Your humanity is the same, but you're different. We need rules of engagement. We especially our younger kids who are, in their 20s or whatever, and they talking about they want to get married. We need to build a culture where we help them choose their mates, because the older generation can see things in people that you're not willing to see because you're blinded by love and your feelings, especially as a woman. They can look at that person, talk to them for 5 minutes, then come back to you and say, honey, that ain't it. I think that it should be mandatory that couples get marriage counseling before they're even allowed to get married. You need counseling. Yes, you need help choosing a mate. Women, especially you, because you are too taken in too quick by what you hear. And here's this man in front of you. He's a devil. Now, let me go back to this woman that's kind of spitting on marriage. All right. Let me go back to her because I want to say something. Now, we have a lot of people like her, women, men, that don't want to get married. I'm one. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't look down on marriage. I just don't want to be married. All right. But this woman was kind of like bashing marriage and looking down. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, these people today are not, they not only are they marriage potential, but they don't want to be in that type of union with another human being. But yet and still, you keep popping out these doggone babies. If you're not interested in getting married, why are you spreading your seed everywhere? Why are you popping out babies? Marriage is specifically an institution that protects children more than anything else. It protects your lineage. It helps you build your bloodline and your lineage and your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Build a culture of people that are like-minded around you, so you can show the world what a healthy community looks like. It starts with the how the first two people to create the community, how they interact with each other, and how how they build with each other. Okay, so we know that you need to be equally yoked. You're gonna have some issues dealing in marriage because you two are two different people. The issues are gonna be there, but you have to be equally yoked. You have to start there. If this man is a Muslim, and he was born in a Muslim culture, you as a woman, or I'm gonna make it personal, as myself, who's animist, ain't got no business trying to get with no Muslim man. You're not equally yoked, because Islam is not just a religion for people who believe in it. It becomes a way of life, living, dressing, eating, and stuff like that. It's a way of life. It becomes their culture. Unlike Christianity, you can go, they don't have no, there's nothing about way of life in Christianity, and that doesn't create no culture or anything. You can be a Christian and a hellion or whatever. It's not built on a foundation of culture like Islam is. If you're unequally yoked in any way, why are you together? Why? I love pets. I love dogs and kittens. I want to get some dogs. I want to get some more cats. I have no business marrying a man who don't like pets, don't want to know where around him. He's allergic to or whatever. Why am I getting with him? You got to be equally yoked. Now, let me go into my talk about myself a little bit. I'm so glad that I made the choice to not get married and not have kids. Okay, that might come back to bite me in the butt down the line when I'm older. But honey, life is a trade-off. Life is a trade-off. And at this late age in my life, I don't regret it. And I decided that I wasn't going to have any kids when I was 24. I decided I don't want no kids. And I remember I was telling my colleague and friend, I told her, I said, I decided I didn't want no kids when I was 24. She said, I wish I'd have been that smart. She didn't just say that as if, like, she just saying it and don't mean it. She put her head down and like, I wish I'd have been that smart. And it kind of hurt me a bit because she got 3 kids. And you basically wish you wouldn't have never had them. I'm glad that I didn't have no kids because I didn't come from a background where I was blessed to see how a union between a man and a woman works. I wasn't born into marriage or anything like that. I never saw a happy situation among my, relatives and stuff like that. I wasn't built or designed or however you want to say, built, design, or whatever, to be married. I didn't know how to cook. I just didn't know the basics about nothing that would produce a healthy marriage with another human being. I could have ended up destroying somebody's life and the children involved. I didn't want no kids. And it's good I never had any because I came from a very traumatic background. I mean, very, very unstable, very traumatic, very abusive, verbally and every other way. If I'd had children early, I would have treated my kids the same way because I never had a chance to heal. Why isn't it that we can't be honest with ourselves today after we see how these relationships are turning out? Divorce 50%, toxicity. Why don't we just be honest and say, you know what, I'm not marriage material. I ain't gonna try to marry this girl. I'm messed up in the head. I haven't told her, but I'm bisexual. I really don't like kids. I ain't gonna tell her that either. But I just, whatever. I'm just gonna get with this girl and destroy her life and our offspring. Why can't, as women, we be honest? This is not something I want. It's just not something I want. I wasn't raised to be this way and create a home environment with a mate and kids and stuff like that, or whatever. I just don't have it. I don't have it in my mind. Wasn't taught it. Have it in my spirit. I never had a chance to heal. I don't want to mess up somebody else's life. I don't want to mess up a child's life. Just be honest and be by your doggone self. We don't need every last sick in the head individual to get married and bring life into the world. We don't need that. Just be honest. This is not for me. I'm not willing to change. I don't know how to change. I don't want to go to therapy. I don't feel like I need to. But I know that I have these issues within myself. Just stop demonizing marriage. The culture is effed up. The culture and environment is effed up. There's nothing wrong with marriage. But you folk that don't want to get married, you need to practice sobriety when it comes to your sexuality, because you just, you got babies everywhere. You got multiple baby daddies. You just, oh my God. You just put your children and your community in a place where they're not going to be able to survive like this. All right. So if you think negative of marriage, or if you never were groomed to be married and you're not willing to do the work to learn how to interact in a marriage, to learn about the other sex, to learn about their needs and stuff like that, and understand your needs, and really put that work into reinventing and transforming yourself, don't get married. Just be by yourself. Be single. There's nothing wrong with being single. They say single people are miserable, especially women. That's a big lie. It gets difficult sometimes, but honey, we enjoy our peace. We enjoy our peace, and you might say it's selfish. Well, if you selfish, what the hell are you getting married for? Why are you having kids? Why? You selfish? You don't need no kids. You don't need no marriage. Just be by yourself. All right. So let's stop demonizing marriage and take a look at our own self and our culture, try to change it for the betterment of the children. Somehow, in some way, I don't know how we're going to do it, but it ain't going to happen through demonizing marriage and then getting married, or trying to encourage or influence other people to feel the same way about a marriage, unity, and family that you do. Your experiences, and a lot of people may have had the same, but that's your experience. Stop trying to encourage people to feel the way that you do. Go on somewhere. Go on somewhere with that. I would have respected that woman on that short a lot if she'd have said what she said and then said, you know what, but this is just me. This is just me, and doesn't mean you have to see it that way or it's like that for you. But she made it general, especially when she said they're liars. No, that's your experience. You never had a chance to heal. Just say this is me. I've never had a great relationship with the opposite sex, or maybe not even the same sex. I just didn't. I couldn't make it work. That's just me, and that's how I feel. But you don't have to feel the same way. That's the hell what she needs. That's humble, and that's actually you're a liar. Generalizing how you feel. You're a freaking liar. I don't care if a lot of situations, what you say justify them. You need to, like I said, speak on yourself and your relationship, okay? And stop trying to generalize everyone else and discourage our women, our black women, from wanting to get married if that's what she want to do. Just tell her to take a deep look at herself to make sure she's marriage material to begin with. And she understands men, and she's ready to compromise with a man. The same with a man when it comes to a woman. That is all. We just need to heal, y'all. We need to heal like never before. If we want to save our people, our race, and our children, we need to heal, period.